Right, we're back and it's Farm Sim birthday. Yeah, that's right. FS22 been out 1 year today. Oh, excellent. Now, just a quick shout out to Team Trelleborg, and I put my teeth in, obviously winning the Farming Simulator League. Excellent. Well done to you. Brilliant. Right, so birthday day. Let's go get some mods on the go. Right, first up is Unload Zones Pack. This is by Vanquish081 VSR Modding Sir, 1.27 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these in the construction menu and under decorations and others. So we'll scroll along till we find them. There we are. So we've got these three here. So we've got that one there, Unload Zone without a cover. I need to get some new teeth. We then got the second one there, the Unload Zone with cover. And then we've got that one there, Unload Zone Marker. Now, you may be wondering, what are these for? Because they're under decorations, and what they're for is basically if you've got a production chain that just has a trigger that loads onto the ground, you can place one of these down like I've done here. And because it's a decoration, it will just place down anyway. So if you don't fancy just loading straight into the ground and you want a sort of bit of aesthetic that makes it more realistic, you chuck one of these down. Oh yeah, I like that. I mean, you know, you go for whichever one you want. I mean, with this one, you even get to close the gate. Oh, very nice. Right, next up is Grey Mill. This is by Gamer HZS FSH, 8.21 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under productions and factories. So we'll scroll along and find this one. There you are, 60 grand to place down, and obviously it's a Grey Mill. So we've got our loading in point just there. Then got our pallet spawn point just there. Then your production chain menu just here. Obviously going to do the usual wheat, barley, oats and sorghum. It's nicely detailed though. I like that sort of older style building. Yeah, I mean, you've got like the roller shutter doors around the side. Yeah, I know it's just for aesthetics, mind you, but that looks great. Even got like a little pallet truck at the front. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is Farmhouse. This is by Bartson 3, 9.2 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu, and we're going to go under buildings and farmhouses. So there it is, 35 grand to place down. Obviously, it's going to be a sleep trigger farmhouse for you. Now, you can't go inside, but you've got your sleep trigger at the front there. And you've got like got a lawnmower around the back. I mean, I like it. You know, it's got different bits of aesthetics on the side. You've got bikes there. You've got a bit of foliage, you get wheelbarrow stuff in. Oh, very nice. Right, next up is Big American House. This is by Gamer HZS FSH, 9.75 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and again under buildings and farmhouses. So got it there, 95 grand. Obviously, it's going to be another farmhouse for you. Again, we can't go into it, but it does look great. I mean, you've got your sleep trigger at the front there, and then by the porch swing, got your wardrobe icon. Do like this though. I mean, can we go into the garage? No, just for aesthetics, fair enough. Obviously slightly bigger than the first one we've seen, but I like it. I mean, yeah, we can't go in. It stops us just there, but the detail on it's great. Oh, I like that one. Yeah, you might need a little bit more space, mind you, but got a little veranda on the front. Why not? Right, next up is these. Do you ever fancy giving your own vehicle a bit of a do-it-yourself wash? Well, you now can. We've got these two here. So these are Bucket and Sponge. They're by Yoss, 1.91 megabyte on the download. You're going to find both of these in the construction menu and under buildings and tools. They are 50 each, and obviously you've got a clean one and a dirty one. Now, I've got me TLX 2022. It's all nice and clean. So if you fancy doing it, so you come up to it there, left stick in, turn on pressure washer. And you come up to it, then you press B, activate it, and it's going to make it dirty. Fair enough. We'll come back, chuck it back in the bucket like that. And we'll go get the other one, like that. Same again, come over, press B to activate it, like you normally would do with a jet wash. And then it gets rid of all the dirt. Yeah, I need a new set of teeth. Now, there is one thing I think it's a bit strange. So I've now picked it up and put them all down. I'm now getting the turn on high pressure washer all the way down here. Now if I go over to, like, say this farmhouse, it's not giving me the option to hit the sleep trigger, because that would normally be left stick in. So what you need to do is hit the sleep trigger, hit the left stick in so you get the sponge out, and then go up to the sleep trigger, which is a bit weird because we can now no longer get rid of the sponge. So, and you can't run either. You just walk at normal pace. Now you can go back to the bucket and then put it back in the bucket and get rid of it that way. But yeah, I think this may need a bit of an update because we'll chuck it back in like that. Now we'll chuck it back in. Now get rid of it. What about we go to that one? There you are. But we still got that turn on high pressure washer. So if we got to any trigger, and we'll try the production chain one as well. Oh, it's letting us do that, but not a sleep trigger. That's interesting. So manage production point, that's fine. What about we go to the base game one? We'll have a look at that one. Now it's a sleep trigger thing, so it's not switching between the turn high pressure washer or the sleep trigger on, but it does do it with the production chain, which is rather random. Alright, fair enough. Maybe it just needs a bit of a tinker. But that does look great though. Make your vehicle dirty and then clean it off afterwards. Very nice. Next up is Lizard Fast Coupler and Tractor Triangle. This is by Agrar Design Austria. 1.96 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these two under miscellaneous. So we've got the Fast Coupler Triangle. Triangle. Man, I really need to sort out my speech today. 500 to buy. The only option is to change the main colour. So you go for whichever one you want. Obviously, it's going to hook up to a 3-point. And then specifically, these are designed to go with triangle attachment. So like on front mowers, that sort of thing. Now, if we go into the Tractor Triangle, obviously slightly heavier, maybe a bit more sturdy of a build on it. 350 to buy. Again, only option is to change the main colour. So if you want these to go on the front of your tractor to aid with some front mowing, for instance, yeah, very nice. Irisicultori Patsy, I apologise if I've got that wrong. 3.61 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these two underweights, as you can well imagine. Now, you've got the disc weight itself and then the weight carrier. So you need to buy that before you buy that. Fair enough. So we're going to the weight carrier. It's got 800 kilo weight on it itself, 500 to buy. And then once you've got that attached to the front of your tractor, you then buy the individual weights there. So 140 kilo. Well, it says 140 on the left-hand side, but it's got 135 kilo on the right-hand side. All right, fair enough. So 800 to buy. Obviously, it's got the New Holland stamp on the side. You can then change that to 225, 405, 585, 765, 945, and then back to 135. So if you add that, say 950 kilo, and then add that, which is 800, so what's that? 1750 kilo. Quick maths. 1750 kilo if you had the maximum of both combined. I like that. Very nice. Right, next up is the Lizard MFG weight pack. This is by Dutch Modding Incorporated. 1.09 megabyte on the download. And as you can imagine, you're going to find these underweight. So we've got three different categories here. We've got a 500 kilo, a 900 kilo, and then a 1300 kilo. Obviously, MFG 500. MFG 900 and MFG 1300. Now they're all the same, as in there is no options apart from changing the main colour. You can have dark grey, Fendt grey, or John Deere green. So if you've got Fendt or John Deere, you can match it up. What I do like is that on the front, the weight sticker looks like a little plaque. Oh, that's ace. Obviously it hooks up to a 3-point, but oh, I like that. That's a nice little touch, I must admit. Having that weight plaque on the front. Yeah, these would do you nicely. Right, next up is High-Vis 3-point adapter. This is by, now, I'm going to try and do this. Scandinavian Vikings Mod Rebuilds Team. 2.17 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under miscellaneous. So it starts off with a 1,971 price tag with no lights, 400 kilo weight on it. You then can change that up to only strobe lights on the sides, strobe lights and work lights, no lights at all. So obviously, as the name would suggest, 3-point adapter to wheel loader tools. So you've got the 3-point there. Obviously, that hooks up to the front of your tractor and then onto wheel loaders. I like that. Very nice. Right, next up is the Gorenk Soiler 300. This is by Wolflex Modding, 11.77 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under disc arrows. Now, it requires 130 horsepower from your tractor, 3 meter, we're going to blow straight past that one because it'll give me a headache otherwise. 9 mile an hour working speed, 9 grand to buy. Then got options there of equipment, standard, APV, so that's going to add yourself a little 300 litre grain tank, and then back to standard. And you got design, warning signs, or nothing. And then main colour. Well, actually, I like it better in black, to be fair. That looks all right. I mean, it's nicely detailed, don't get me wrong. 3 metre. That being said, though, I mean, you can do the grass, oilseed radish and canola once you've got that seeder bit on. Ah, fair enough. For small field, small farm maybe. And we continue with the small equipment. We've got this, the Lemkin Achat. This is by Hydraulic, 3.46 megabyte on the download. I'm going to say it from the beginning, it's 2.5 metre. That's ridiculous. 100 horsepower requirement, 9 mile an hour working speed, 8,200 to buy. Then got the usual shenanigans with the, no, wrong one. They are usual shenanigans with the wheel brands and the tyres, although it's either tyre or no tyre. You then got configurations, standard, roller on the back or standard. Now we'll come down to main colour, blue or blue, changes the main frame. You then got Coulter's colour configuration. Oh, put a bit of chrome on the front. Yeah, why not? And then the roller, you can have blue, or black on the back. Actually, that don't look that bad. I mean, the chrome Coulters. I mean, 2.5 metre. I mean, if you've got small field, or maybe even going through some olive groves or some grapevines, it should be all right. But other than that, I think you're going to take a while to get a field done. But it does look good, mind you. Right, next up is the Lizard ATF 1330. This is by Tarxy 007, 7.02 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under trailers, so it's got a 33,000 litre capacity. It starts off at 42 grand, but we've got 5 grand extra by having that cover on. So 42 grand, no cover. You then got the option there under configuration to put it up to left open. So if you sort of pallet trailer, bale trailer, that sort of thing. Right open, around that side like that, or back to the standard container style trailer. Yeah, fair enough. You then got the usual shenanigans with the wheel bands and the tyres. Then come down the cover, no or yes, that's obviously going to add 5 grand. Then change the main colour to that. Chassis colour, it's obviously going to do the chassis. And then cover colour, it's obviously going to do the cover. And then you got the rim colour on the bottom. We'll go for some black ones, why not? Oh dear, oh dear. I mean, that's all right. I mean, it's got these swivel axle on the front, so probably not my best attribute with reversing it, mind you, but it does look all right. Very nice. Next up is the Lizard D60. This is by HR Forst and Falcon Bow, 4.18 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under forestry equipment. Now, this is a winch, basically. Obviously, with the Platinum DLC that's come into the game, you got the ability to winch. Now, it does say it requires the DLC to function. Just bear that in mind if you are looking at downloading this. So it requires 50 horsepower from your tractor. It's got a 6-ton pulling limit, 10,900 to buy. Obviously, you've got the options there of protective grid, yes or no. Main colour, you go for whichever one you want. I like it. I mean, the winch system in the DLC was absolutely brilliant. Something genius come to the game. But obviously, you are going to need to have that if you want to use this winch. That being said, though, I do like it. Very nice. Right, next up is the Anderson M160 with boxes. This is by Schoeffler. It's 2.16 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under forestry equipment. Now, you might say, oh, we've already got one of these in the game. And you'd be right. It's the M160. But this has got a little bit of decoration on the front. So you got that side is the right box with extra chain. But that actually looks like some containers, mind you. And then you got the left box there with a chainsaw in it. I see that's got, I see, canister with chainsaw fuel and oil. Right, fair enough. Obviously, you're going to need to hook it up to the back of some sort of vehicle for the crane to work. Yeah, I mean, good for your forestry. I mean, if you're playing on silver and forest, it'll fit in nicely. Right, next up is the Vermeer TD100 Tedder. This is by Lazy E Modding, 9.74 megabyte on download. And as you can imagine, it's going to be under tedders. So this only requires 15 horsepower. Luckily enough, it's above 3 metre. It's 3.5, just about. So 9 mile an hour working speed is going to cost you £4.5 grand. There is no options. But obviously, if you've got the Vermeer shenanigans on the go and you want to keep it all the same, this will fit in very nicely. Right, next up is the Class Jaguar 25. This is by E123, 7.66 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this on the Forage Harvester headers. Now, it's tiny. It's a single row, one row, whatever you want to do it, Forage Harvester header. All right, carry on. Obviously, it hooks up to the back of a tractor. Only requires 50 horsepower, so you can be able to use something small with that, so that's all right. 6 mile an hour working speed, 12 grand to buy. Then you've got the option there of class old stickers, class new stickers, or old. You can change the main colour, grey or black. Just changes that bit, actually. Right, fair enough. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, forage harvester header, that's all right on the back of your tractors. You haven't got to fork out for a big forage harvester, but it's only single row. It's going to take you forever. But all right, we'll carry on. Right, the last mod for the day is the Farsin 6.26. This is by Maxter, 8.04 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under telehandlers. And you might be saying, oh, we've got one of these in the game already, and you'd be right. But there's a couple of different options on this, so we'll go for it. So this is the Classic 52, 69 horsepower, nice. 18 mile an hour top speed, 72,000 to buy. You then got the usual shenanigans with the wheel brands and the tyres. Now that's where the differences end, because you come down to air condition, standard or yes. So you got that aircon box on the back. Obviously you need to keep yourself cool when you're out in the field or yard. You wouldn't take one of these in the field, would you? Never mind. Then you've got beacon light, yes or no. You can change the main colour to whichever one you like. Now, we'll go with that. Chrome wheels, yes, that looks ace. Oh no, I like that. I mean, you've got some telehandling duties on the go. Yeah, this will do you nicely. Right, we've also got a new map. So this is Wastelands. This is by FSPT, 99.87 megabyte on the download. And it says Wasteland. In times, these lands were used by the people so they could take food or prosper in better businesses. Today is a little abandoned and limited. They will require a lot of work and ambition so that something good can be expected from here. Oh, excellent. That looks brilliant. And we've got a few updates. We've got Long Reach Chainsaw by Yoss. Got New Greenhouses by Urshaber VSR Modding Sir. Got the KR 2.1 by Jarvis 1. Got the Flegel Bale Tools Pack by Agrar Design Austria. We've got the OMB Hopper Trailer Pack by Nassif, AJ3D, Eric Isaac and Agro Mods. We've got the MAN TGX Forest Semi-Truck by HR Forst and Bell. Got the Tatra Phoenix L Crane by HR Forst and Bell. Got the Case IH Puma Tier 4B by Blower. And we've got the Massey Ferguson 7700 by LS Agra Ole. Right, and finally, this is the current testing list. It's been updated. Oh, there's loads on there for console, which is great. Now, I'm looking at that Lamborghini Mac VRT Hurleyman XL Pro. That looks interesting. So I can't wait to see when these come out. So that's the mods done for you. Drop in the comments below which one's your favourite. We'll see what people are looking at. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one.